Okay, YouTube. What a year those weeks have been. Yes, indeed. It's now. Fuck, I don't even know what day it is. It's now the 20th of March, Friday, by our standard calendar. COVID 19 has sunk its claws into the planet, and people are actually doing real good. They're hunkering the fuck down. And now, that is not to say, like, been some bad shit. Like, we have taken some lumps, guys. We've taken some lumps, and I don't want to trivialize it because any loss is a felt loss, and if you've lost people in this pandemic, my heart goes out to you because that's a real loss, and you're feeling real feelings. But we've taken some lumps. We're still here. I'm still here. Power's still on. Flash cut did going off. Nope. Still here. Still on. Still doing my thing. Still washing my hands obsessively, which is great because I have a new job. It's an update. Have a new job. It's a dirty job, so like you have to wash your hands. Like, if I wasn't washing my hands, excuse me, if I was not washing my hands obsessively, I'd still be washing my hands more than normal because I deal with like grease and oil and stuff now, which is great. I'm happy about that. But it's odd times to start a new job. Let me tell you, in the midst of a pandemic, I spent the whole day the other day making sneeze guards for the office. Yeah, sneeze guards. So that the people in the office wouldn't achoo all over anyone and spread disease. Now, like, in the lens of the pandemic, that makes a lot of sense. But in a weird roundabout way, there really should be there, pandemic or not. And nobody wants to be sneezed on. God, sneezing is gross. So, a few things happened. I'm very tired, and I've had a bit to drink because it's Friday. And I'm doing the social isolation thing, but here's the deal. I've been doing the social isolation thing now for about 2 years. I go to work, I go to my apartment, and that's kind of where I hang out. Sometimes I go out to dinner, sometimes I go to my friend's house. But really, I'm fine here. I'm really lucky where that's concerned. That's a privileged place to be. But it ain't always been so. Like, I've been alternating from we got this to like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, for like pretty much every day. And the fear comes at night. Like, it's not night. You can see the light through the curtain there. It's daytime still. And, at nighttime, the fear comes. And the fear sits in my gut, and my little emotional hamster that's in my head flies around and around and around its wheel, and I panic and I freak the fuck out. That happens nightly. I'm really worried about my parents. They're old. They're senior citizens, and we're doing this thing. I call it Wartime Triage. I read it somewhere, and I'm running with it. We call it Wartime Triage. And in Wartime Triage, you, as a doctor, you make the ultimate decision. You decide who gets to live and who gets to die. Now, they've been doing that in other countries in the midst of this crisis because they simply don't have enough of the equipment to go around. And intellectually, I get it, but I mean, that's somebody's grandma. That's somebody's grandpa. That's somebody's mom. That's somebody's dad. So, like, these losses are doubly tragic because we simply, as a group, don't have the amount of stuff. Now, I don't know. I really don't know if that's a problem that is nefarious. Because we knew about SARS, guys. Like, we know about SARS. SARS happened. It's historical. So is the Middle East version, MERS, and a couple of other heavy respiratory system attacks in the form of viruses. They attacks the respiratory system. That's what I'm saying. And we know about this, and we know that our population is getting older. But I don't think we really thought about that it would be this bad. I think that because we're people. Like, a government is a group of human beings, made up of the public. Yeah, you might not like JT, Justin Trudeau, and you might not like Donald Trump, but they're part of us, okay? They came from us. Regardless of how much we want to deny it, they came from us. Privileged, rich portions of us, but with the same kind of mental hang-ups that we have and the same kind of inability to think outside the box. I mean, I don't think anybody really thought that we're going to need thousands of ventilators because everyone's going to get this weird disease that rips out your lungs and shows them to you. Yawn break. Sorry about that. But we didn't know about this. That would be this bad. So they didn't make any ventilators. It's not in our thinking patterns to think of this stuff. We want to be happy and think happy thoughts and think about dogs and puppies and kitties and happy sunny days and all that sort of shit. And we don't take time to think that, hey, maybe, out of the, ether will come this virus that destroys our lungs, and the only way to effectively treat it is to use a ventilator. And by Christ, we don't have enough ventilators in the system, to do this. So we have what we have, which are, doctors in Italy making these terrible decisions that they're going to have to live with. And further to that, to the doctors, we need to set up some kind of counseling service, some kind of victim services for doctors that are in this position. Because they have to look guys like me in the eye and say, I'm sorry, sir, I had to take your mom and dad off of a ventilator because there's 14 people that are behind them that are younger and healthier that need these ventilators, and they're old now, and we have to make the decision, and that's the decision that we made. I guarantee you that these decisions are not made like that. They're made with as much forethought as a doctor can have, especially in the moment, especially in a pandemic, especially in this kind of emergency. They're not, it's not a flip of a coin. These are real life decisions that have a real consequence. Not only to the people like me who are on one side, but to the people who we entrust with our health, who are wearing the white coat. They are making decisions that I wouldn't know what to do. I don't know myself if I could make that decision. Honestly, I have no idea. I've never, ever, in my tiny privileged life, been ever in that position. And I don't want to be in that position. I don't. Thank you, no. I don't want to do that. That's a terrible decision. But they're making them. A lot. And that's something we have to think about. Because not only is it bad for us, it's bad for them. So that's something to think about. Woo, it's been 7 minutes already. Holy crap. And I've only given you the couch perspective. Yeah, I'm laying on my very comfy couch. So, to reiterate, power's still on. Things are still running. We're doing okay right now. But we as an Earth have taken a lot of lumps. So, if you're a praying person in my sphere, say a prayer for Italy. Say a prayer for the people of the Earth, so that we can get through this a little faster. Don't watch the news too much, because it might get overwhelming. Practice your social distancing. Wash your goddamn hands. I think we're going to be okay. So until next time, remember, we'll never defeat the enemy if we're at each other's throats. Wash your goddamn hands. That's what Sydney said. End of line.